Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on dividend growth investing. Getting paid just for owning stocks. This is what dividend growth investing is all about. This is my weekly buy video, and my current strategy is to deposit $100 of my own money per week and let the portfolio do the heavy lifting for me going forward. All dividends received will be reinvested back into that stock from which it was received. My goal is to put this money to work for me in the long term to build a growing and reliable income stream. I am a long-term buy and hold investor who focuses primarily on individual blue chip stocks as well as ETFs and CEFs. What we are looking at right now is my taxable M1 stock brokerage account. We'll just take a look at the performance over the last week. We're just down slightly. You can see this is live right now, just down 0.27%. Look at the last month. We'll just kind of go out a little bit. So over the last month, though, the market was kind of recovering a little bit, and looks like now, past couple days, we've been on a little bit of a downward trend again, and that's carrying into, well, actually today we've rebounded a little bit, just pretty much flat. So what I'll do next is I'll go into the activity log because I deposited $100. There's the deposit, and there's 11 buys, and we can see the amount is 103.67. So the 367, that is from American Express, paying me a little bit of a dividend there. So that's part of the snowball being rolled in there. And I'll click on the 11 buys, and we'll see what I did here. I did a little bit different strategy here today. I just picked kind of like a top 10 of stocks where I just wanted to add a little bit to those with the $100, and we can see in here the American Express is also included here. So I'll just read those off. They're each $10 a piece, and the first one is Yum Brands, and number 2 is Prudential, and then Best Buy, and then O Realty, Waste Management, Cisco, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, of course American Express for the dividend drip there, and then Home Depot, and then Fifth Third Bank. And what I'm going to show you next is what this effect was, what the dividend drip from American Express for $367 plus my $100, how much that's going to change my income. But before I get to that, I'm just going to show you my tracking sheet. I'll leave a link below. This is just a simple Google Docs spreadsheet, and it lists all the positions that are in my portfolio. You can see all of them here. I have them color coded with 3 different shades of green, and I'll kind of walk you through that right now. We are in the month of November, so we are in month 2 of quarter 4, fourth quarter. So December will be, of course, the end. So we're in the middle green right now in Q4, and I'll show you we're in the middle green here, and we can see here's the dividends that have been paid so far. I'll do a quick count up of those, and just so far in November I've received $74.30, and I also do a recap video of all my dividends received for the month. So if you're subscribed, you'll see that video, and I go into the activity log and I go through every single dividend one by one just to show proof I'm actually receiving these. And I'll just kind of explain how this sheet works. You can see the company name, there's the ticker symbol, and then the share price. It just uses a very simple Google Finance function to pull that. And the number of shares, that's pulled from the M1 data tab on the far right below. I'll show you how that works in just a moment. And the market value is just simple multiplication. And we can see here's my cost basis. This is also pulled from the M1 data tab. You can see there's a VLOOKUP. What I do is just a simple data dump on the M1 data tab, and I just pull it from M1 Finance, that stockbroker. You can see my gain or loss in each position. Anything that's a loss is going to be in red, and anything that's a 10% or better gainer for me is going to be in the green. And then the dividends per share You can see they're all quarterly except for I have 2 monthly pairs, O Realty and BST. I have those in blue, so every month they pay me. And in the purple, that means it's a variable dividend. SCHD typically pays its lowest dividend in the first quarter and its highest in the fourth quarter. That's historically at least what's happened. So hopefully SCHD can pay 70 cents or better when they announce their Q4 dividend. You can see here's the yield percentage if you were to purchase stock in say Yum Brands today, and this is the yield on my cost. You can see my yield on cost for Yum is higher, but in a position where I'm upside down a little bit, you can see my yield on cost is a little bit lower. But if it weren't for the dividends on SCHD, I would be even further upside down on it. And the pay date, very important. I need to know when these are paying me. I look these up individually. I usually go to like Seeking Alpha or dividendinvestor.com. Those are two good sources to kind of pull that information for the pay date as well as the current dividend being paid. You can see I have these arranged by date. You can see where you can see again, here's the November, and some of these have been announced already into January, you can see. And the dividend, anything that's over $10 is marked in green. Of course, I want to increase my dividend in every single position. Some pay more than others. You can see SCHD last time it paid very large, and BST is also a very large one too, and it pays monthly. So if I don't buy any more shares of BST, I'm expected to get $407.80 from BST, and of course I'm just going to reinvest that back into BST and buy more shares. You can see here the total dividends paid by each position, and I also track the increase percentage for each position. Some of these stocks don't pay or they don't increase their dividend annually year over year. Something like a Home Depot or like a Pepsi has been paying for decades a consistent dividend as well as increasing their dividend, and I also put the month of when they are likely to increase that dividend. And the ones that haven't consistently increased it, I put a VAR for variable, since it's not set in stone like a Coke or Pepsi, which just every year they're always increasing that dividend. So next what I'll do is we're going to import that data from M1 and update this sheet, because it's not updated for those 10 buys as well as the American Express dividend drip. But this sheet also, it shows my monthly cash flow average as well as quarterly and annual. So this is going to change. Well, actually all three of these are going to change, but this is going to go up slightly. And what we'll do is I'll show you the M1 data tab where we're going to paste this into. And all this does is it's going to align for each position the number of shares and the cost basis, and then a VLOOKUP on the dividend portfolio tab is performed to pull this information. So we'll go back over to M1, click on holdings, and everything will be arranged from my largest position to my smallest. You can see there's 64 positions in the portfolio right now, and I'm going to be doing some trimming here, just a few more positions, kind of get it down. But you can see my cost basis as well as the value, but that doesn't include the dividends that have been paid to me. So that's just on the share price. So I'm going to select everything starting with name. You can see SCHD is my largest position. We'll scroll down, grab everything, and Best Buy is my smallest position. Do a copy, and then a pay special just in A1, values only. And it's going to update right there, and we'll see a new value for monthly, quarterly, and average. It's not going to go up very much, way less than $1, because the positions I bought little fractional shares in, they're not really high dividend payers as far as percent. So we're now up to 863.64, and I'm going to go to the monthly average dividend tracking tab. I'm going to put that new value in there, the 863.64. And this is just a ledger, just tracking any changes in the portfolio. If I sell something, I buy something. If I do a drip, or if there is a dividend increase. You can see ADP announced on the 8th a 12% dividend increase, so it changed my monthly income by 14 cents going forward. You can see F&F, another dividend increase. And then I did a Lowe's and John Deere dividend drip on the 9th. Got 2 cents for that. You can see today what I just did was American Express and a $100 deposit. That increased my monthly income by 33 cents going forward. And I'm going to go over to the dividend tracker tab, and this has been tracking my portfolio since I've been doing these videos starting January 2021. And you can see the portfolio value started at $18,700. Here's my first month of tracked dividends in January 2021, $37.41. And I also track it by quarter. You can see the quarter and quarter increase. I'm tracking annual dividends as well. And I started tracking the average monthly dividend. And the reason for that is you can see the dividends paid are a little bit lumpy. They'll go for the first quarter, second quarter, a smaller amount, and then the third month in the quarter is the large payout, and they'll go small, small, large, small, small, large. And so I wanted to track progress, and the way to do that is to take the quarterly dividend divided by 3, and you get your average monthly dividend. It's much smoother to kind of track some progress. There are some anomalies where, like in SCHD, when it lowers this dividend in March, there was a drop. You can see right here. I used to own JEPI, and when they lowered their dividend, it also dropped my average monthly dividend. But right now, I think SCHD is going to be the only one that's going to only occur in March, unless there's some unforeseen dividend cuts coming, which you can't rule that out. So we can see the average monthly dividend, the increase, and the month-over-month percentage. And we can see the annual dividend, how it has climbed. We're well over $10,000 now. And we can see there's the increase, annual increase. And then also I track the deposits. I'm doing $100 per week right now. So I've updated that to $200. We'll look at the month of November. We can see where the portfolio value is at. We're still not to actually July at $214,000. So we are still trying to recover from the high of the portfolio back in July. What we can see, though, you can compare the average monthly dividend from now and from July has gone up quite a bit. So we're up to right now $863.64. And just in the month of November, I've increased that average monthly dividend by $5.05. And that's just a month-over-month gain of 0.59%. You can see here's the annual dividend now. I'm up to $10,363.68. And that's the annual increase so far in November. So that's what I've got to show you guys, was what I bought in the with my $100. I'll go back and show you really quick. Go back to the activity log. You can see what those positions were. And I was reading those out. I was having a hard time. I probably needed to take a quick drink of water, but I didn't want to do that. But yeah, Yum, Prudential, Best Buy, O, Waste Management, Cisco, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, American Express, that's Dividend Drip, Home Depot, and Fifth Third. And we saw the increase in the portfolio. Let me know in the comments what you are buying this week as well. I want to see what you guys have to say. And thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone has a great week. Please subscribe to the video so you do not miss future videos as well. Please click the like button if you got value from this video. Everyone, have a great week, and everyone take care.